Alright, so I got about 3 of my bottles boiled and cooled back down and put into my water bladder over here. So I think that's enough water for most of the rest of the day. My brother's going to be coming out and I'll probably be hanging out with him, but I think I'm going to clean up this campsite and head back up to my car. I'll probably put my bag in my car, but take out my compressible bag, small little backpack, and I'll load up a few things into that, and I'll do some scouting around and show you guys the area. But I got a few of the things I wanted to done, some of the goals, practicing this shelter building. I'm still not very happy with it. I don't think it's quite as rainproof as I would like, and I don't really have, I'm still having a hard time with the materials, honestly is what it is. I have these large leafed plants that I'm putting on there, but I'm still looking at it and I'm thinking it's not really going to work that good either. I think the only way that I could make it better is to just pile on just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the plant that I'm using, and I'll give you guys a shot of that real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I don't think it's quite rainproof right now, but it's definitely much improved since last time, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I need to get this stuff cleaned up and headed back up to my car and do some scouting around and show you guys some of the sights of this area. It's really pretty. I got a few of the good shots in the last video, but I'll try to get some more for you guys this time. Penny here found a single chipmunk and she's going nuts. It ran off that direction where I'm facing right now, and she's got no idea where it went. And so she is just running everywhere trying to find the little thing. That was hilarious. She's just booking it. She's a fast little bugger too. Alright, I wanted to show you guys the mat that I have set up down here. So that's a few layers of compressed leaves like that. That's what I've been using to do my shelter here. Let me take a 360 for you guys. Sorry, I'll try to do it slowly. But got my maul sitting up there. This side didn't have the best coverage, but that was all right. Sorry, tripped. Over here, quite a bit of good coverage with these larger leaves. Here's the end of it that I was talking about, the like black kind of corn cob looking thing with these large leaves. I had a lot of the aspen underneath there, just to provide a framework, because these were just so straight they just fall through, and I wanted to have the framework first and then have the larger leaves on top facing the direction I wanted. So that's really the shelter I have. It's really good down below, but up top it would take a lot more work. Sorry about the jarring camera. Alright, well I figure you guys would enjoy seeing this thing get destroyed. I think I'll just dump it down. I'm not going to take it apart or anything. It'll provide a nice little home for any random little buggers that are around. Let's start with over here. I gotta make sure I stay far enough away so I don't have any of this crap land on me. Very good. Got the cordage back out of there. Other side. Glad to see it held up nice and strong. The paracord stretched a bit. Which is not a surprise, seeing as it's paracord. Woo! Almost got my foot there. Now I've made a really uncomfortable raised bed. Awesome. Alright, well it took me about 20 trips with my stupid little cup to get this wet enough to where it stopped hissing at me. I used the stick, stirred it up. I don't see any more steam coming out of it. I've got it all pretty much wet. I mean, I can just see water on all of this coals here. So I think I'm pretty good on this fire here. It took me like 20 minutes or something to take care of this, 15-20 minutes, but got to make sure that fire's out. Alright, I kind of wanted to give you guys a shot of my whole setup here. I've shown it in previous videos, but I've never kind of shown it when I'm wearing it all. Down. So I got my shotgun. Here's my whole backpack here. So it kind of pokes out quite a bit, but I did that on purpose so that I'm kind of streamlined this way. It's really only about maybe a little bit wider than my shoulders, which is nice when you're going through some thick stuff. You don't get caught on a whole bunch of things. I've got a bunch of random crap hanging off of me. though, like the red cable there, that's to keep the dog from running away during the night. She's been known to chew through rope, so I didn't want to bring just that and have her chew through it. But I've also got my camera bag and some stuff on there as well. But I'm gonna get moving back up to my truck, load some of this stuff up, do some scouting. So this is pretty cool. This is one of those thistle plants I showed with the purple tops. But on it, sorry it's hard to see, but all those little black dots, it just looks kind of like the thistle is dark. Those are actually aphids. And you can see all the ants running around on top of them. I'm pretty sure the ants are actually tending them and making sure that they're protected. And the aphids provide them with food. I've seen this in several documentaries and things like that. But if you look over around me here, I'm in a bunch of thistles here. It's not too far from my camp. And they are taller than I am. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm glad I've got all these long sleeves and stuff like that. It's pretty hilarious to watch Penny run around because you can't really see her, but you can just see all these thistles and grass just swaying around. You can just watch her run around. It's pretty cool. So I'm down here, and I've been walking through these beds for like, I don't know, 75 yards. Just tons of these things. This is a whole elk herd. I think with the way the things are bed down, I think it's within the past couple days. Well, somehow I got turned around and I couldn't find the trail that I took down to my camping spot, so I decided to kind of go sideways, hoping to find it, but I think I was already too far to the left. So I just decided to go up to get a better view, kind of figure out where I'm at, and I've got an idea of where I'm at now. So let me kind of show you guys some of this area here. So I believe down, like right over here, this kind of where these trees come down like that, meet right there. I think that's kind of the area I came out at last time and went fishing with Penny. And so it looks like I'm on the next hill over, since this is that hill that I think I had last time. And I've been up on this ridge right over here plenty of times, so I really recognize that. Looks like I wasn't in the exact hill that I thought I was, but it's really pretty up here. Penny's enjoying running around. I'll give you guys a nice little 360 again, kind of see the area that I'm in. Glad I got plenty of water. I mean, even if I did get lost, I've got all my stuff. I mean, really the only thing that would be frustrating would be food. I don't really want to shoot an elk and get arrested. And then, you know, hey, you found me. They're like, oh, we're glad we found you too. That's great. That's great. Right, made it back to my truck. Found the little path that had a lot of wear on it and had some horse hoof prints, and I assume that was the shepherd guy here, so I just followed that. Sure enough, it took me right here, and I'm honestly not sure how I got turned around. I think I need to start paying a little bit more attention. When I was younger, I never got lost, but this is about the second time I've gotten lost and a little bit confused, so I need to work on that and pay a lot more attention to exactly where I am. Back with the truck, Penny's doing pretty good. She's got her fan club out here. She's just been refusing to drink water, but for like the whole day out of a little tin I got for her. But so I was relaxing here, waiting for my brother to show up, do some scouting, and I figured I might as well practice spoon carving. And I got a little aggressive towards the end, snapped it clean in half. Sucks. It had a little knot here that I couldn't see from the surface, and so it ended up busting. I got a pretty good spoon on the front here. I mean, had to get it down a lot. It was really thick, but the bowl shape was actually quite nice in here. But using the carving jack for that. A little bit disappointed. but that didn't work out. So the dog found a pretty large femur bone, but just a slice of it, only about that deep, about that big around. She dug a hole just like a little squirrel. She stuffed it in there and she's trying to bury it now. Like we're gonna come back for it. She hid it in a different spot, and she actually hurt her nose doing this burying. It was bleeding a little bit, but you know, she probably aware of it. She probably feels the pain, but she buries it anyway. So I'll just let her do it. She's a dog. I'll let her do what she wants. But she just kind of had it hidden in some grass because I kept following her around trying to figure out, you know, how fresh it was. I wanted to make sure she wasn't getting sick, and it's really old. So I think she's trying to hide it from me, maybe. If I sort of kicked in some instinct and she's got to hide this random bone. So these are some shots I got of some elk way off in the distance that were running by. You can see even the calves make it look so easy to travel through that stuff. That'd take me like 10 minutes to go through what they're going through right now. But anyways, I wanted to make a quick little, have a little discussion about some changes I'm going to be making to my bag. First thing I've decided is that having a substandard shelter, just like a plastic tarp, is just it's not going to work. I need something more robust, and I need something faster. So I've done the past couple bug outs practicing making shelters, but the problem with that is that it takes hours. You know, I've set up these shelters. The first one didn't take nearly as long, but that's because it wasn't really much of a shelter. The second one was much improved, but it still took me hours to make. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a 8x10 canvas waterproof tarp, and I'm going to keep that in my bag. Something like that's probably going to be 8 or 9 pounds, and that really sucks to have to carry that much extra weight, but I just can't think of another way to have a better shelter. You know, I've thought maybe a hammock, but there's plenty of places where there simply are no trees in Utah, and I don't want to have to deal with that. And I'm going with a large shelter, like an 8x10, so that I can carry it so that my wife can also sleep under it with me, so it'll work for both of us. I think carrying a Silnai or a polyester or whatever tarp is just unacceptable because of how easily it can become damaged by coals. You know, I've got my sleeping bag and my little plastic space blanket slash tarp, and that thing has got some holes in it. You know, both of them have holes in it from a fire. So if I'm going to have a fire near it, it's got to be more robust than that. And if it's winter time, you're going to have a fire, and you're probably going to be close to the fire. So I think the best thing I can come up with is a large canvas tarp. And so that's what I'm going to go with. That's probably the major changes I'm going to make. And another one is I'm probably going to move my first aid kit over into my bag so that I don't forget it like I did this time. But other than that, I think this trip went really well. I really regretted destroying so many plants and stuff to create my shelter, and I think I'd rather just leave that for emergencies and make it when I need it in such a situation. But I think for now, I'm going to focus on other types of shelter and things like that in my next mock bug out. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I really had a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys have fun with it. Leave me some comments if you got any suggestions, some things you'd like to see me try, and I'll give it a shot. Please remember to like and subscribe.